Don't be afraid of me. I'm not gonna bite you. Only love you.
皆様、こんにちは, and welcome to cromartiechannel. Welcome to the show. Good to see you again here on cromartiechannel. Today, we have 3 topics, maybe 4. But one of the topics I've been getting a lot from a lot of fans have been asking me, Crosa, what is your opinion about why so many Japanese players are deciding to go to the major leagues? That is one topic I'm going to talk to you today about. Number 2 is Sagano. We're going to talk about Sagano. Will he be able to make it over in the major league? Going to give you my opinion on Sagano. Also, Sasaki. Will Sasaki be good enough to make it to the major leagues? He's desperately been trying to get over there for the past 2 years. Going to talk about him. Also, I'm going to really want to talk about Oyama, Hanshin Tigers. Did he make the right decision to stay in Osaka with the Tigers? We're going to talk about that and much more here on the show. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, before we get started here, make sure you subscribe if you like the channel. Subscribe below, push that good button, and I need comments. I want to hear from you, your comments about the show. We've been gone for 2 years. We're coming back. This is our 2nd episode now. So let everybody know, your family and friends, that we're back here on Cromartie Channel on the YouTube, okay? It is great to have you here. So let's get right into it. Now, the question was, why are so many Japanese are deciding to go play Major League? One, my opinion is, look, you only have 12 teams in Japanese baseball. You have 6 in the Par League, 6 teams in the Central League. Guys are getting tired and getting bored of the same style of play. Mostly the pitchers are starting to go over there. Japan is known for their pitching dominance. This is why Major League teams want them. You can depend on them. They're durable, but some of them go over with bad arms. But these pitchers today, like Sagano, I'm going to talk about him in a minute, and Sasaki, why they want to go over, why Imanaka is over there doing so well, Otani is doing so well, Yamamoto is doing so well over there. They want to change. They want to play against the best. They want to play against the best players in baseball. 2, they make more money. They keep the money. Okay, Okani, Okiyo. It's not as rough. They don't have all these meetings like they have in Japan. They want the challenge. So I think that is the main reason why. You get a lot of pitchers going over there, but you don't get a lot of position players. Now you have Yoshida from the Boston Red Sox. You have Suzuki from the Chicago Cubs playing. Well, mostly you got 11 players, 12 players right now in the major leagues who are from Japan. And I think at least 3 of them are position players. So I think you're going to see more players when they become free agents here leaving Japan. Because let's face it, since the WBC, everything has changed here in Japan, Major League Baseball. Since the Samurai Japan has won that Japan series, everything has changed. It's changed for the better. It's become more of an international game. You're seeing what Otani's really just putting the icing on the cake for everything. And you got other players over here who are playing in Japan. They want to follow. They want to test how far they can go. Once again, they want to play against the best. So I think you're going to see a lot more players going over. I want to see more position players. Okamoto from the Giants is planning on going to the major leagues, maybe next year or year after that. Morikami is already mentioned for the Yaku Swallows. He wants to go to the majors next year. This year will be his last year, 2025. But he's got some adjusting to do. We'll talk about him later on during the year, whether he's going to be successful or not. But There's many reasons why they're making a change. They want to challenge. They want to make more money. And this is why I think personally, here in Japan, Japan needs to expand. Yes, expansion. Why not? Give a team to Niigata, Moriyama, not Moriyama, Matsuyama. Give a team to Okinawa. 12 teams in a league, it gets pretty boring. And that's why their level, I think, right now in Japan is a little low. Major League here, Japanese baseball is a little low. So I understand the situation why players are making the move to the major leagues. And I think expansion will help Japan baseball out tremendously, giving opportunities for other cities to see other players. They get a chance to see different players. Marketing is a lot better. So, it's a whole different ball game. And that's why I say expansion, expansion, expansion for Japan baseball. They should think about that. So there's my opinion on why I think Major League ball players are going to Major League and why you're going to see more players are going. Of course, there's going to be more pitchers going. So Japan's got to do something. But maybe they don't want to do anything. Because right now, it's all about Otani and the Dodgers. And what the Dodgers have done to Major League Baseball and what he has done to Japan worldwide. It's created a phenomenon. So expect more players to go over. I don't blame them. But on the Japanese side, expansion, okay? So let's go to the next topic. And I understand Sagano-san from the Giants and Suzuki from Lotte. Let's talk about Sagano. Sagano won 15 games last year for the Giants. 15試合勝ったでしょ? Now, I'm going to tell you something. I haven't been that impressed with Sagano for the past couple of years. Sagano has really done what he wanted to do here in Japan, especially for the Giants. I think he should have pitched more games. But when it really came down to it, he lost 2 games this year in the playoffs. 15-game winner, lost 2 games in the Dome. He's 35, 36 years old now, is going to the major leagues. He had a shot 2 years ago, but something went wrong. Maybe he wasn't ready, maybe he had arm problems, I don't know. So maybe he'll sign a 1-year contract. People are talking about the Giants, Cubs. But we're going to see how he does. But he's been wanting to do this for quite some time. I think he's going to have a rough time. This is my opinion. I think he's going to have a little bit of rough time at the start. Because let's face it, when you're playing against the best players in the world, over here in Japan, starting lineup, maybe you have 3, 4 good hitters. In the major leagues, you got 9 good hitters that he's got to face. So his durability is going to be questioned a little bit. He's going to be pushed a little bit. He's got to throw harder a little bit. He's got to make adjustments. That's why Yamamoto from the Dodgers, he had a real difficult time starting with the Dodgers. But he finally settled down and started trusting himself. And he had a good coaching staff around him and a good team. Singer, on the other hand, had problems. I think Singer, who played for the SoftBank Hawks, went to the New York Mets. He came over with the Mets with a bad arm. And it showed in the playoffs this year. When he came into the game, he was bouncing balls up to the plate. I think he had a bad arm. He still has a bad arm. And that's the one negative thing that I have, that the major league teams don't do enough their homework, is to make sure these pitchers in Japan don't come with a bad problem or arm problem, because they throw a lot of pitches in Japan. So they got to really do their homework, make sure they're healthy enough before they spend all that money on it. But getting back to Sagano, we'll wait and see about him. He won 15 games. You see how positive his impact is going to make. I think he's going to be a 1-year deal. I don't know if he's going to start I think any team that gets Sagano should ease him into the rotation. Maybe in the middle relief. Bring him in middle relief a little bit. Let him get comfortable. Let him learn the strike zone. Let him get familiar with the new ball. There's a lot he's going to have to learn. A little different from being a little spoiled here with the Giants for all these years that he's been. So we'll wait and see about Sagano. I have my question mark about him. Okay, let's talk about the 22-year-old Suzuki. His kid is tall. He's got a major league fastball. He's got a great forkball from Lotte. He's been wanting to go to the majors for the past couple of years. Major league teams are just salivating. They're drooling over this kid. He's got a little problem with the arm. And I think they should take notice of this because, you know, they took good care of him this year. Didn't pitch a lot. Didn't finish a lot of games. But he threw a lot of forkballs, put a lot of torque, a lot of more effort than necessary on his elbow and his shoulder. I think, personally, whoever signs this kid should take their time with him, teach him how to pitch. He's got great potential. He needs to put a little bit more weight on. He's a little skinny boy, but he needs to put a little bit more weight on. Get in the training room. He's going to have a lot of good information with his teammates on learning how to get adjusted. I'm sure he's talked to Otani, going to talk to Otani and Darvish about the major leagues and what to expect. But I wouldn't rush Suzuki. I would take my time. The Dodgers or the Mets, they're going to take their time with him. It's going to be a different ball game with him. Most important that he has to stay healthy. Okay? And make sure that he has his shoulder is okay. He's had some arm problems. Sagano has some arm problems. Singer has some arm problems. Yamamoto this year set out a month or two because some of the stress in his elbow or his shoulder. So they really got to do their homework. I think the kid's going to, with the right team, Suzuki gets with the right team and the right coach to mold him, to teach him how to pitch instead of a thrower. He could have better control. I think he's got a real good shot of being successful. But once again, it's all about staying healthy. And speaking of staying healthy, Otani-san is coming back next year as a pitcher. Okay? My thoughts on Otani-san? I think Otani-san should be a stopper, a closer. You know, the pitcher that comes in at the end of the game and closes out the game. It's just my opinion. It happened to John Smoltz from the Atlanta Braves, who was a Cy Young Award winner, had 2 bad arms, Tommy John surgeries, and came back as a reliever, and now is in the Hall of Fame. Something to think about. Can you imagine Otani at the end of the game? Everybody's waiting to the end of the game. You got a tie ball game, 2-1, and you got Otani coming in from the bullpen. Keeps the fans at the game. Gives the other managers something to think about. Oh my God, we got Otani coming in here now. I wouldn't rush him so fast here. He's already had 2 arm problems, surgeries. He got hit, got hurt on the shoulder. He runs a lot. His injury level now has moved up once he becomes a starting pitcher. When he doesn't pitch, he's going to be a DH. So the Dodgers got to be real careful with Otani next year. I'm going to get in a little bit more of that sometime next year before they come to Japan to play the opening series against the Cubs. But this is just my opinion. I think he should be a closer. What do you think? You like this little comments here? Subscribe here to the show. Okay, push the good button and tell all your family and friends that Cromartie channel is back. And I want to hear your comments about what we're talking about today, okay? I think it'd be interesting to hear from you as well. So with this last little comment I want to make, Oyama-san, the first baseman for the Hanshin Tigers and the Giants really wanted him to come play for him, made him a lifetime contract. And I think he made the right decision by staying in Hanshin, staying with the Tigers. Can you imagine a play? I can't imagine him switching over to the Giants and playing against the Giants all year long, hearing that fans and all that noise he would have been hearing from the Hanshin fans, calling him this, calling him that. And then he's got to play for the Giants. Then he's got to live up to that big contract that he had. Would have been a tremendous amount of stress and pressure on Oyama-san. I think he made the right choice by staying with the Tigers. They got a new manager. They got a fine ball club. I don't think they're going to play as bad as they did last year. I think they're going to be tough to beat. All depends on starting pitcher for Hanshin next year. But Oyama, I think he made the right decision on staying with the Hanshin Tigers. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing and hearing what I'm seeing and passing it along to you. Okay? So that's my opinion on these 4 topics I want to share with you here on the second episode here on Cromartie's channel. Once again, please tell everybody, all your fans or your friends and your family that we're back. Send me your comments, okay? We're going to have some fun this year. Many good videos coming your way. Surprise guests, okay? So, right now, thanks for coming to the show. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you the next time here on Cromartie. Hi, before I finish, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to a few people for helping me in this crowdfunding opportunity. Okay, now I'm going to read the names. Senmagoku-san, Nobukuse550-san, Gojuban-san, Yama-san, 100 Fujiringo-san, Shamadi-san, Kei-san, Kobayashi-san, Hakyu Oji-san, Miyako-san, Red Fox-san, Kuni-san, Roma-san, TH06014-san, Masajun-san, Shingagogo-san, Tobo-san, Akihiro-san, Hide Papa-san, Shimizu-san, Shinohara-san, Hayashida-san, Harijuri-san, Hiromegu-san, Chisa-san, Toriporu-e-san, Shiho-san, Ostaku-san, Ari-san, Kuromu-san, Yuta-san, Yupa-san. I would like to thank everyone for your support in this crowdfunding opportunity. I'm going to do my best in the rehabilitation, so maybe one day you and me will get together so I can say to you thank you in person. Okay? That's it for now. See you the next time here on Cromartie Channel.